So my friend, this is the time. Ask your parents for a portrait. Photograph your children as they are opening presents. Photograph your grandparents' hands. They tell amazing stories.
Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Photography Radio. My name is Tomasz and today you are listening to Beyond the Frame with Olaf Sztaba, where he challenges you to take visual risks and think differently about your photography. Honest, bold and unapologetic. Typical Olaf. Enjoy.
Can you imagine your life without photography? No? Then you will love this show. And it doesn't matter if you're a DSLR, a mirrorless, or a mobile phone shooter. We're here to help your photography grow. This is Photography Radio.
What if you could get the best camera in the world? If you could photograph one thing or one person with this camera, what or who would it be? Just imagine, my friend, if someone hands you the best camera in the world with the best resolution, dynamic range, the best lens. You could produce one magical print that you could keep for the rest of your life. Just imagine it for a moment, as I'm doing this right now. This podcast is going to be warm and emotional. But if there is a time of year to do this recording, it's now. I want to do it now. We all have lots of conversations about the purpose of photography. Why are we even doing this? What is really important to us? I'm pretty sure you ask yourself those questions. I was in a situation when I had to think about it, and I'm glad I did. I don't want to repeat my life story, but 16 years ago, just about this time, right before Christmas, I was in the intensive care unit connected to life-sustaining gear, machinery, with not much hope of survival. And the only way I could experience and communicate with the world around me was by seeing what's happening around me and hearing. No, I couldn't talk or move at all. In fact, most of the time I didn't know what was happening. For obvious reason, I was that sick. But each time I opened my eyes, for those few precious seconds, I saw the wall in front of me. It wasn't a normal hospital wall. The entire wall was papered with photos and drawings. You may wonder, what are you talking about, Olaf? My wife filled this wall in front of me with images of us, our small family in good times, with drawings by our young son. Why, you may ask? And that's a very good question. My wife had read an article that patients who could see lots of images from their life made them want to fight, to stay positive, to get better when there is no hope. But that's not all. Research shows that doctors and nurses who take care of patients in such an unusual visual environment actually approach the patients differently. After all, they see all the efforts, family, their lives. So you're right, my friend, the power of an image is real. But let me go back to my initial questions. What if? What if you could have a wonderful camera, the best camera in the world, and take those precious photographs? Of course, I cannot say 100% what would you do, but let me guess, you probably wouldn't photograph some foreign landscape or the street scene. You wouldn't fly to some exotic country and take an image of a sunrise. But here's what I think you would probably do. You would gather your parents, siblings, grandparents, your partner in life, your children, best friends. In other words, all the good people around you. You would enjoy your time together. And that is when you would take the best camera in the world and photograph. Yes, them, the people you love and care about. So why the hell do I hear this so often? These are just family photos, not a big deal. I don't need a great camera. I'm going to just snap a few images. Why, my friend? Why? Why, when you photograph those who are the most precious to you, do you grab a cheap camera or phone and photograph them as if it didn't matter? Why? I just don't get it. Think about the most important photograph for you. Think, what would you grab when you have to run out of your house? So, my friend, this is the time. Ask your parents for a portrait. Photograph your children as they are opening presents. Photograph your grandparents' hands. They tell amazing stories. Don't dismiss the most important photographs of your life. So during this amazing time of the year, I want you to take the best camera you have, put your best skills to work, and make the best photographs of your life. That ones that really matter. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much, my friends, for listening today. I wish you all the best, and as usual, please visit photographyradio.com and tell your friends about it. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hit subscribe on your podcast app. It would mean a lot for us to have you as our regular listener. Head over to photographyradio.com to drop your suggestion for future editions of Photography Radio or simply to say hello. We would absolutely love to hear from you. In the meantime, have a wonderful night, and we will be back with more photography in your ears very soon.